we've been working steadily to prepare for the November election, as you might surmise. What we've been doing is we're working in coordination and cooperation with Ohio election officials so that we can develop best practices for security. As you know, as a result of our voting machine study, we learned where there were holes in the process. And so what we've done in working with the boards of elections have been to develop standards, at least minimum standards for security at boards of elections offices, polling places, the transport of ballots and election material, and will this week be releasing a directive on security of the server and minimum server settings for the servers that operate the election voting systems in the state of Ohio. One of the things in looking at security from end to end, which includes chain of custody, was looking at what happens and how do we document the security of voting machines that may be transmitted or put in the custody of a poll worker and held by that poll worker for several days at a time before the voting machine is actually brought to the polling place. And we spent some time listening to the concerns of election officials, but in keeping with our goal to promote confidence in the election, we weren't able to allow poll workers to continue to take those machines to their homes or to their places of work or to be stored in their cars for periods of time before an election. So we've issued a directive today that would essentially create essentially create secure delivery practices for voting machines. And I think you've got some charts. We have a number of counties listed who, on the left, who actually are delivering their voting machines through poll workers and having the poll workers retain those machines at their home or in their car at their place of work before the election. And then what we've done a little bit over to the right is given you some comparably sized counties that are able to deal with the problem in other ways or with the issue in other ways. And what we tried to do is best that we could gather the information to provide you with current costs to secure the delivery. We like to refer this as